Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wet Island, October 14, 2016. And today, I'm going to be doing double duty. So this show is going to be Pick Two Socks. If you don't know what Pick Two Socks is, basically, I get to ramble about things that I want to ramble about, possibly unrelated to hockey. It was supposed to come out last night, but the Dodgers advanced to the NLCS, so I may have celebrated that win a little bit too hard. So obviously, so this show's going to be Pick Two Socks. We're going to be live after the Kings game tonight, the home opener, 50-year celebration for the home opener against the Philadelphia Flyers. That's going to be a late puck drop, bro. I read somewhere it's going to be close to around 8 o'clock, so I figured I might as well do the Pick Two Socks show right now. I get it out of the way because I have, basically an hour and a half. I'm not really sure if I'm going to release this one before or after. Maybe before, maybe after. I'm undecided yet. I'm going to have to make that decision real quick. But yeah, if this was supposed to come out last night, but that freaking Dodger game was a roller coaster. A roller coaster of emotions. And I was down at the bar and bro, listen, I didn't think they were going to win. Jock Peterson hits that home run, and it was the floodgates open, and we were able to pull it off. So yeah, I may have I celebrated a little bit too much. Came home and was in no condition to be on the air. But be that as it may, listen, I'm so excited for the Dodgers. I'm excited that the Vin Scully dream is alive. The Dodgers, unfortunately, like I said before, that we're going to have to play the Cubs. I wish the Giants won, just so I would love to knock them out, and the fact that they're a significantly worse team than the Cubs. And the Cubs, of course, are the best team in baseball. So we're going to have our hands full. Worried about Clayton and Kenley's arm? Clayton Kershaw pitched a lot on short rest, but that was amazing. That was freaking amazing for him to come in the ninth inning and shut that thing down. I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought maybe his arm was possibly jello, but he did it, and that's a great Dodger moment right there, especially for all the negativity Clayton Kershaw gets for his performances in the playoffs. For all that negativity, man, that was so great to see Clayton come out there in the ninth, take the hill, lock that game down in D.C., and move on to the National Championship Series. So go Dodgers. The first game, I believe, is tomorrow. I'm unsure of the pitching matchup. I think maybe Kenta Maeda or Rich Hill. I'm pretty sure it'll be Kenta Maeda versus John Lester, who's a lefty, so we're going to have trouble with that because we can't hit lefties very well. So today on the program, I'm going to discuss a couple of things. I'm going to discuss, when I went live after the first game against San Jose, it was only 18 minutes. So I want to tell you guys why it was only 18 minutes. I want to touch on my trip to Las Vegas with my beautiful girlfriend, Caitlin. I want to talk about why I'm currently in the doghouse with said beautiful girlfriend, Caitlin. And if we have time, I don't really want to do politics. I'm not going to do politics on the show, but I do want to touch on this Donald Trump tape because it's the biggest news in America right now. So I just want to touch on that a little bit. Not so much the comments, but the reactions to the comments is what I want to touch on. So let's get into why the first live post-game show went only 18 minutes. And actually, it actually went shorter because I was talking about Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid and how Sidney Crosby and Alex Ovechkin pretty much changed the game and kind of paved the way for this new wave of young talent. So it's actually shorter. Bro, let me tell you why it was 18 minutes. It's funny. My cousin called me earlier in the day, and he put me over. He was giving me a lot of positive feedback on the show, and I was talking to him, and I thanked him for it, and I was talking to him. I was saying, bro, look, the nerves that I had on the first show, they all but dissipated. This is what I was telling him. The nerves have totally dissipated. So I think that's why. I think that's a large part of why the show is getting better. So yeah, I was really bigging myself up and saying, no more nerves. for whatever reason, when 10:30 approached, I don't know. I think it's because I was promoting it, and when it was like crunch time, the nerves I had on the first show kind of came back. Bro, you should see it. Like, I think I threw the note. I had 2 pages full of notes on that game, but I think the nerves got a little bit the best of me. But I feel it was kind of the same thing as like after the first show. So I had nerves for the first show because it was the first one. I really haven't had nerves since. I think I got that live broadcast out of the way now, so that won't happen again. And hopefully we go over a measly 18 minutes. So yeah, no more nerves on that. Hopefully this next live broadcast is going to be better. It's definitely going to be better. By the way, if you see the number on the screen today, feel free to call in. Please call in. I can't really do this without you guys. So if you guys have any questions or comments about the game, feel free at any time. You guys can call in. But whatever, if you want. So yeah, I want to touch on a couple weeks ago I went to Las Vegas with my girlfriend Caitlin. It was the first time she ever went to Las Vegas while she was 21 and up. So I wanted to take her. I wanted to give her the Vegas experience. But a part of me before I was going was like, I think that your first trip to Vegas should be, with your boys or with your girls. But unfortunately, a lot of Caitlin's friends aren't over 21 yet, and the ones that are couldn't make it. So I took her, and I had a plan, and I took her to a show in Vegas. I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard about it. From Down Under. I got tickets to the show, and I took Caitlin. Bro, listen. I walked in the Excalibur. You have to, when you go to the show, it's kind of a private-ish area. I mean, you would never see this area unless you have tickets to this show. So you go through this area, and I'm in the elevator. There's no one in the elevator. It's just me and Caitlin. We get down to the floor where the show is. Bro, I open, the elevator doors open. It is it's all chicks. All chicks. There's not a male in the room. Like, I thought there would be, even just like 5, 6, like guys that were there that I can kind of bond with and kind of look and go, okay, we're in this together. Bro, none of them. 0. So I actually kind of had some nerves. I'm like, oh, am I out of place here? Bro, I'm just like, I'm getting vagina beamed. Like, there's like 300 girls, or maybe less than that. Maybe 200, maybe even $150. But I'm just getting vagina beamed. And it was a little uncomfortable going in, but luckily, there was a bar inside it, and we got over it. And it's, bro, I said something after when I got back from Vegas. I said, listen, if your girlfriend says that she's going on a girls trip to Vegas, bro, you might as well just pack your stuff up and just be out of there. It's despicable. It's absolutely deplorable what goes down at this show, man. Absolutely freaking deplorable. First, here's how they open the show. They had like the introduction video and stuff like that. And then the first guy comes on stage, and he asks for, to yell if you have a husband or if you're about to get married, actually. He basically yells for all the bachelorettes. On the bachelorettes pop. And the next thing he says is pretty much, aren't you guys excited to be here without your frickin', he doesn't say frickin', no annoying husbands and boyfriends? And the whole place goes ballistic. The whole every single girl in the freaking audience pops huge. And they just can't wait to see these freaking basically... Bro, listen. So here's the first thing I see. The first deplorable thing I saw. So we're sitting kind of on it. We're dead center, but we're not like on the floor. We're kind of elevated a little bit. So I have a view of all of the sickening things that are happening down on the floor. The first thing I see is there's a bride-to-be, like right in the booth below us. The first guy comes out. He takes the bride-to-be, and of course the bride-to-be is just like on cloud 9. He takes the bride to be, spins her around, bends her over, smacks her on the bum, and all her friends pop, and the bride to be sticks down, and it was heaven on earth, and this chick's getting married, bro. Caitlin was trying to argue with me like that, guys do the same things at female strip clubs. Bro, it's not like that. It's not. Yes, you can pay, but it's not like anything goes. It's anything goes at this show, and I'm pretty sure at all these types of shows. Freaking anything goes. No one lifts a finger. No one bats an eye. No, I mean, listen. I know where I am. Obviously, I'm not just gonna. But I was behind enemy lines. I'm just doing this for you guys. I was behind enemy lines. I saw what goes down. Oh, bro. What's the next? Okay, there's another bride to be. She gets pulled up on stage in a chair, and the guy proceeds to dry hump her. Of course, all her friends, yeah, just a loud, female pop. And so, Caitlin is banned from girls' trips to Las Vegas. I'm trying to think of some more things, bro. I know that. First of all, a lot of these chicks had husbands and boyfriends that weren't even brides. Weren't even. It wasn't even like a bachelorette thing. A lot of them just had husbands and boyfriends that were just on a girls' trip. So that's why Caitlin is freaking banned from going on a girls' trip, because I saw what freaking happened. First of all, the guys are on the tabletops, getting their bums smacked. And, bro, despicable. Absolutely freaking deplorable. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Caitlin right next to me. This is why I brought her. I wanted her to, because she does such a good job of really making, not that I didn't even really ask for this. I mean, she could tell me when guys are attractive, bro. It's no problem. But she does a good job of really making me feel like I really am the only freaking male on earth, with the exception of Channing Tatum. He's the only other guy that exists. So Caitlin's did a good job, and I know I know she finds other guys attractive and stuff like that, but she does a good job. So I think that she deserved, a little bit of fun. So I'm looking over at Caitlin, and she's sweating, and she's fanning herself off, and she says to me, because they don't really show. Try to make this PC. You know what? Pick two socks. We're not going to be PC on it. So Caitlin got mad because they didn't show their actual penis. She was pissed off. What if they didn't even show anything? But as much as she was sweating, she was disappointed because there was actually no vulgarity, or not no vulgarity. She wanted there to be more vulgarity, if you can believe that or not, bro. Oh, here's another story. Okay, bride to be on stage in the chair, right? Getting married, bro. The guy stands in front of her, the chair, takes the girls. If girls are listening to the show, they're probably hating me right now for getting all these secrets away. Bro, so the guy's standing in front of the bride to be. She's sitting down in a chair. The guy takes her hand, reaches it over, puts it down his pants, and rubs it, with her hand, rubs his own junk. Bro, getting married. Can you freaking believe that, bro? Again, I'm not, complaining about it so much because I knew where I was. I'm in enemy territory. So, I get it, but, man, can you imagine you're getting married next week, and your girl goes to Vegas, she goes to Thunder from Down Under, she has a handful of junk, bro. Jesus. Not for me, bro. Not for me. At all. So the rest of Vegas was fun. I usually, every time I've gone to Vegas, it's been like a guy's trip. I've just been kind of 3 sheets to the wind for about 72 hours. Wasn't really like this, and then also when I go with the guys, it's like clubs and stuff like that, loud, really, for the record, pretty much obnoxious places unless you're really inebriated. But if you went to these places, on a stone cold sober trip, bro, I mean, I think you might want to kill yourself if you're in them. So it was kind of nice to not be 3. Obviously, I had enough But it was nice to not be at clubs. It was nice to just walk around and actually went to a show, even though it was a deplorable freaking show. So yeah, it was kind of a nice time. The Hash House. If you ever go to Vegas, you have to go to the restaurant called the Hash House. It's Hash House a Go-Go, one of my favorite. Actually, it probably is my favorite restaurant in the entire planet that I've been to. But I haven't really been too many places. But Hash House, definitely top notch. I was trying to think. Took a beating financially. I mean, I think I mentioned this before in another podcast that I was saying. I hit for 3,000. Actually, I hit a parlay for 3,000, which I know some people listening to the show are gonna shake their heads. Oh, there he is gambling. But I hit for 3,000 when San Diego had believe Jacksonville on Sunday, or a couple Sundays ago. So that's actually what kind of spawned the Vegas trip. But bro, it took a freaking beating financially, bro. I mean, all first of all, the walking every time if you're walking down the strip, you go in somewhere, you're risking you could spend $200-$300 in one spot and going to the next spot, and buying get this. I gotta get this drink, gotta get this kind of drink. You could lose $500 in freaking 5 feet, especially if you're at actually the casinos. I didn't play a whole lot of table games. Only one night I played some table games, and I kind of took it. I've rolled. I think I played roulette 7 or 8 times and went 0 for 7 or 0 for 8. Like, how does that even freaking happen? Like, is that even scientifically possible for that to happen? Like, look at probability 0 for freaking 8, bro. It wasn't like I was even playing numbers really. I was just playing red, black, 00, green, you lose. Jesus, bro. But it was really fun. Didn't really bet at the sports books very much. I had my own little website that I was going through. Then none of those things came through. But bro, Las Vegas is very fun. Especially, I think I had more of a blast now, just kind of walking around and not going to clubs or anything like that. But it was fun. It was Caitlin's first time, and I know she had fun too. Even though I gave her a free pass to go watch a bunch of naked dudes. But it was fun. Speaking of Caitlin, I'm currently in the doghouse right now. Finally, we started speaking today. Finally, I mean, I knew we were gonna speak again, but she was giving me the silent treatment for quite some time there. Let me tell you why. I have a group of friends that are. I hate to say that we're pro wrestling fans because pro wrestling freaking stinks in 2016. But we grew up on pro wrestling, and that's kind of how we know each other. That's how we met. I mean, pro wrestling is kind of what made us friends. So every now and then, we'll just jokingly imitate pro wrestlers and cut promos while imitating them, but we relate them to real life situations. And it doesn't even have to be serious or anything. It's just all you have to do is just relate it to something, and it doesn't even have to be it doesn't have to be true relatability, if that makes sense. So there's this character in a promotion called TNA, Total Nonstop Action, named Broken Matt Hardy. And his character is that he's an evil genius, or, that kind of on that end of the spectrum. But the thing about him, he's not a genius. He thinks he's an evil genius. And his character is so good. So I was cutting a promo. I was just doing it for pops, just trying to make my friends pop. So if you listen, you have to go and on YouTube and just type in Broken Matt Hardy, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. He does this thing where his whole gimmick is he's trying to delete the other wrestlers. He wants to delete them. Delete. So I cut this promo, and that's pretty much what he sounds like. I cut this promo saying, I had a premonition that I must delete Caitlin, delete her, delete. And I sent it out because I thought it was funny. But, Caitlin didn't like the rhetoric. She took it seriously. I can't really, and it's hard for me to try and describe what the promo was. Because that's really a tough sell if she doesn't understand it. But I guess it was just a lapse of judgment. I thought that maybe she would get it. But, I understand it. I was saying something. There was other words in the promo too, but I just it eludes me what I said. But she ended up being upset, and I understand it. She took it seriously, but I understand why she did. But I mean, I wasn't being serious. It was just a complete imitation of broken Matt Hardy. Delete! 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 But luckily, we're speaking now, and I think everything's going to be fine. What else do I want to talk about? I guess I'll pose real quickly. Look, I didn't really want to, again, as I said before, I don't want to do, like, politics on the show because for some reason in 2016, if you have an opinion or something that have an opinion politically that people would disagree with, well, all of a sudden that means you no longer exist to them. So, like, let's say I have an opinion about Donald Trump or I have an opinion about Hillary Clinton or whatever, if someone hears it and disagrees, well, then I guess my whole show on hockey, it means nothing now because we disagree politically. So I'm not going to push any agendas or anything. I'm not even going to get into really my opinions. I just like the reaction to Trump's comments that he had on the tape. I just find the reactions to his comments just to be a little bit unfair. And let me tell you why I think they're unfair. If you, let's say hypothetically, everything I said ever in life was on tape. Bro, people would probably look at me, especially in the era of the internet and social media where things can get out in the blink of an eye. Bro, if you go back, like hypothetically again, as I was saying, if I had everything I said on tape, people would look at me like I'm a bad person because I've said some things, especially like in hockey locker rooms and stuff like that where they don't mean anything. It's just a joke. But, some people might not, if it's on tape and it gets out on the internet, a lot of people might not take them such ways. But not even in locker rooms. I was like, bro, you got to, like, everybody has this. If everything you said was on tape and everything was documented, yes, there's going to be things that you said that aren't good, that may come across as bad, that may come across as maybe despicable. We've all said things. It doesn't reflect who we are. It's not a true reflection who we are because we may have said some things in the past that have been bad. Now, I hear like the argument, well, don't say it if you're running for president and stuff like that. I get that. But that doesn't even, because every president has said things that are a little bit deplorable, quote unquote. That's everybody. That goes for every single president. So look, I'm not particularly like a religious guy or anything, but there's a Bible verse that totally relates to this. The Bible says, what was it? Let he without sin cast the first stone. I mean, we're all at fault here. We've all said bad things. We all even possibly have done bad things. It doesn't mean we had to put him on the altar and cut his head off just because, he did something that we've all freaking done, from the presidents down to the common people like you and me. So I just think it's a little bit hypocritical, the reactions to his comments. Look, I'm not saying he might be a bad person. He might be. I don't know the guy. But, he might be, whatever. But as far as those comments, I think we got to let that slide. There's a lot of bigger issues to tackle than comments that, listen, like, we've all made bad comments. So anyway, guys, that's it for Pick 2 Socks. I just want to get those things out of there. We're going to be doing double duty today. I might put it out right now. I'm going to try to put this one out right now with the game be on in, let's say, half hour, 45 minutes. We'll put it out, and we're doing double duty today. I'll see you guys again very shortly after the conclusion of the Los Angeles Kings home opener versus the Philadelphia Flyers. I'll see you soon, everybody.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike,
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
Fios is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to Fios today to get our best offer ever.